Hello everybody and welcome back to Aurora 4X. I of course am Sir Bedian, and it has been a while since our last episode, but we are back in the saddle and looking to squish some alien scum. Now, one thing that I did between last episode and this episode is that I went and spawned a stable wormhole using the database. I'm not entirely sure where it is, and I don't know if it will even spawn or if we will get notified of its creation, and I'm not sure if it will actually start spawning invaders at all. So, not really sure at all. But I have put in the database, so if it's going to work, it's going to start working. Hopefully, we will have enough defensive firepower to actually do something about it. Now, I don't think we have... Hang on, we have PDC Australia. We have a fleet base with a bunch of magpies. We have a couple of wallabies. We don't really have much of anything else. We have a whole bunch of warships currently under construction, but they are being hampered by lack of gallicite. So I think we are prefabbing a couple of fire-based PDCs so we can quickly assemble them if necessary. I think I'm also going to actually construct a couple of fire-based PDCs on Earth as well, because we don't have very many of those. Let's say 3 of them. That will suffice. There we go, and put those in there, just so we can actually get some constructed right away. So the prefab and the construction takes the same amount of build points, but the assembling, well, we don't have any to assemble, but once we do, we'll be able to assemble a few. Anyway, let's focus on Bridgetown. So, we do still have a couple of ships in orbit. Looks like a couple of orbitals, most likely the Chimera and the Pegasi, as well as a whole bunch of shipyard complexes. So, our range is currently 33 million kilometers, which I believe is probably a little bit outside of their anti-missile range. Let's have a look at our munitions. So our huntsmen are largely, almost entirely out. We only have a couple of skinks left. I don't think that's going to be enough. Lightning Dragon could suffice, especially if we send the echidnas after them. Not you. Especially if we send the echidnas in with them to help protect them against point defense. Maybe send in a couple of the iron shields with them as well. Yeah, if we just send everything in, we should hopefully have enough point defense fire to close to point blank range. But it's going to be risky. It is definitely going to be risky, because they're going to be able to send their anti-ship missiles that they might have left, as well as their anti-missile missiles. So that is a problem. We have... How much ammunition do we have? Our nests still have plenty. It might be worth sending our fighter bombers after them. Well, Huntsmen have 60% ammunition, but what have we got in our magazines? We have actually almost full ammo in our magazines. So we could actually fully reload our huntsman. Probably. Let's find out. What do we have in our missile carriers? We have wedge-tails, a couple more skinks, mostly wedge-tails and hornets. Oh, we've got plenty of hornets, and we have a whole bunch of skinks. So we do have a bunch of skinks that we can use. Okay. Perfect. Carry grip, move to waypoint 1, and then waypoint 1 we will reload own fleet from colliers. Yeah, reload the fleet from Colliers, and we'll see what comes out. So we're just going to skip ahead a little bit. We are locked into 10-second mode, so they might be firing anti-missiles at us. We'll find out shortly, but we do have point defense on active on all ships. Reload from Collier. Oh, have they arrived? No current record. Why? I think... Okay, we skipped through. Did we actually get a reload or not? Skinks? No, we did not. What's going on with that? Huntsman. There's a whole Huntsman. What ordnance are you running? Skink Mark 2s. And we have Skinks, and I believe the Skinks and Mark II Skinks are in the correct group, so we might need to reload them manually. Let's find out. Huntsman, Ordnance, Task Group Colliers, Skink Mark IIs. Wow, that's a lot of Skinks. Okay, so we'll fully load on the Skinks. And Mark, actually unload these. Do we have any regular Skinks? We do not. We got green ants. No, we'll hold off on a sec. Berat. Load up some Skinks and Bayus. Load up some Skinks. Okay. You can actually probably do it much faster this way. Anyway, okay. Do we have full ammunition now? Close enough to. Alright. So we have 4 Huntsmen worth of munitions. We also have a whole bunch of Butchers and Magpies that are not loaded. Is there a reload parasites? Reload parasites, there is. Reload. We do not have any ammo for them, I think. Not you. You. So Butchers are running wedge tails. Magpies are running nothing. Oh. Okay. What are you running? Size 6s. Oh, yeah. You guys only have size 6s. So they can only fire wedge tails. Right, because we ran out of ammunition for the bombers. We only have enough from the Huntsmen. Are 4 Huntsmen going to be enough? That's the question. And it is only 30 million kilometers away. So we're not very far away. I think I do want to empty our magazines. So, Skinks, ready to fire. Now, I am going to do a little bit of a cheap trick to increase the number of salvos that we have. What we can actually do is we can actually load 2 different types of munitions under the same fire control. And by doing that, because the different types of munitions are can't be in the same group as in the same salvo group, this should actually split the salvos even further. So if we take the 6 to 20s and assign Mark II Skinks, this should actually double our salvo size. At least for the 1 shot worth of missiles that we have. 2. We should be able to fire twice. Beers can't pull that off. We'll assign Skink Mark IIs to all of those. Barat, no, that was Beers. Black Widow can kind of do that. 6 to 10, assign. 6 to 20, assign. 6 to 30, assign. That'll be 3 salvos worth. And then Skink Mark IIs for everything, so you're ready. Okay. Current fleet, open fire. Let's make sure these guys aren't trying to open fire. Yep, they're fine. They're all running wedge tails and hornets. You're fine. You've got nothing. Echidnas, you're on point blank. Yeah, you're on point blank fire. You've got nothing. You've got nothing, and you. Okay, so these guys all have wedge tails loaded. Magpies have nothing because they don't have any munitions selected. Iron shields are fine, droppers are fine, cubans are fine. Okay. So, let's fire those missiles. Do I have synchronized fire active? Also, do we have the range? We should have the range. Hornets, wedge tails. You know what? We should probably use the wedge tails to drain out their anti-missile systems. It'll put us in anti-missile range, though. But, I mean, we don't even have to get within range. We just have to get close enough. Max cycle range. Don't need that. What is the range now? Oh, Skink's 160. Yeah, we got plenty of range. We should probably send a couple of ships out to go after the golems. Because they're probably going to be commercial ships. So, split off the Lightning Dragon maybe? Or should we send out the Joeys? I think I want to send out the Joeys again. They're good for raiding. So, Absolution and Acid. There you are. Split you off. Are you actually repaired? Absolution is intact. Yes. Acid is intact. Good. Where do we want to send them? Do we want to send them out to Demon and back in? I think that'll probably be the easiest way. Heading 22, they're running away, so... Yeah, carrier group 2. So let's send you after Rex. Demon class, move 2. And then we'll see what we get out of it. 3 to 5, make sure we set initiative high, and off we go. Missiles should be launching any second now. And weapons away. Okay, so now we have a whole heap of salvos, which should help a lot in our in overcoming any kind of point defense, assuming it actually even reaches it in the first place. Now, the skinks are slower than the Mark II skinks, which is not going to help, but yeah, we'll see. If we had like different versions of skinks, then that would be more effective. Like all with the same speed and stuff. The fact that they're different speeds is a problem. We are getting 10-second increments rather than 30, which means they probably have, they're probably doing something with firing, possibly anti-missiles, but we have gotten the 30 seconds back now. So it might have been just some kind of intercept. There's a lot of point defense fire here, which I don't think our Mark II skinks are going to be able to break through. In all honesty, I probably should have just dumped the regular skinks to soak anti-missile fire. Like, there is such a huge speed difference from 17 to 40,000. It's like absolutely huge. Hopefully the Mark II skinks might soak up enough anti-missiles that the regular skinks will be able to sneak through, or potentially they might be able to I don't know, something. We're still on 30 seconds at the moment. Oh, we got hostile missiles incoming. Where are they going? Heading 270, which is... Oh, they're heading after these guys. Okay. They're heading after the Joeys. I don't know if they're going to be able to catch them. That's the thing. Because these things are slower than the Joeys. They're not heading 270, they're heading 170. They're heading down towards us. Alright. Do we have 120 point capability? 20,000 kilometers a second. Echidnas, what are you doing? Tracking speed is good. And we have 20 shots each? I think it's triple. Hang on. How many shots do we have? Echidna. Where are they? Triple goes 1/820. Yes, 6x9. So we have 30 each. Hang on, I've forgotten how much bloody firepower we have. Okay, we've got 6 of these things. This is the problem with having so much time. Okay. 6x9. Six by 12. Okay, so we have 30 each. We have 3 echidnas. That gives us a shoot down capability of about 90, if I'm correct. So this might not actually be enough, because I have 120. I really don't want to be wasting anti-missiles on any of these, but I also don't want to put... Our carriers have not very much depth on their armor. So they have a lot of width, but they don't have very little actual armor, which is a problem. We need to armor our carriers more next time. So anti-missiles are going to be go. But they are far away enough that I think... Hang on. Our iron shields should help. Maybe not. We have 1 anteater. And a lot of hornets. Okay. Yeah, okay. Hang on, is 8 enough? That's 80,000. No, we need more than 80,000. It's 60, I believe. That's 600,000. No. Our anti-missile range is 6 million, so we need 600. Is that right? That's 60. That's 600,000. That's 6 million. Yeah, that should be right. Oh, we're detecting them just as they get within anti-missile range anyway, so it doesn't really matter what range it is. Okay. Activate anti-missile defenses. This should help whittle down the salvo sizes. Do they have singles or doubles? Doubles. I'm wondering if I should just knock out one of the salvos each. Our anti-missiles should have 100% fire chance. So we're firing 20 each, so maybe 3 salvos per pair? Yeah, 3 salvos per pair. So assign you, no PD mode, no PD mode, open fire. Now they have to reset their firing solutions. It's 120. We have a shooting capability of about 90. So if we knock out one of each pair, that'll be more than enough. Alright, missile away. That's 40. So 3 salvos each should be enough. Okay, that is 3 out. Now we're going for 3189 and 3188. Just 3 at each pair is what we need. So that is fine. I'm going to switch targets to where the hell are the missiles? Oh, bloody hell. Okay, that's fine. Alright, we're going to switch targets to this one. The 3.26 million. Alright, here they are. Intercept. Bang, hit. Accuracy is 100% accuracy. Perfect. That's 101, but perfect. So remember, we're whittling down the salvo's strength. We're not trying to destroy the salvos entirely with our anti-missiles. Alright, missiles are away. How many do we have going out? These 2 are heading for here. Hornets. 88, 88, 90, 90. Alright, so 1 more salvo. accept. 10. 5. Alright, that's a third salvo against 3190. We are now going to switch targets. Alright, 3190. We're going to switch to 3192. Assign. And you know what? I'm going to switch this one to the next target in line. That will be shaving off both of them because we are rapidly running out of firing time, and I want to be able to shave off both to minimize the amount of missiles in each one, even though we do have a bit more time on the third one. So we are looking at 4 salvos each, I believe. It's 10, 20, 30, 40. So there are 130 or so missiles in each. If we shave off 40, that's 90. That's within tolerance of our anti-missile capability. So, yeah, 4 salvos should be enough. So that's 1. And 2. And 3. And 15 seconds for the 4th. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Alright, that's 4th. Alright, how many missiles do we have? We have 70 here. Just under 80 here. These two are going to lose another 20, so we're going to be down to just under 90 and 67. I think that will be sufficient. Clear targets, and that will automatically tell it to hold fire as well. Now we're down to a point defense fire. All right, so this is where the human mind is one of the many areas where the human element is far superior to the AI. So we don't, because we have, and this is also why you want a layered defense approach as well. We don't need our anti-missile capability to be enough to take out all these salvos. And we don't need our point defense capability to be able to take out all these salvos. The automated anti-missile system will keep firing on these guys until this salvo would have been destroyed. But it would have left these ones intact until these ones had already been destroyed. Assuming it couldn't allocate enough missiles to start allocating to the next one at least. But it would have kept firing on these guys and trying to destroy this entire salvo. It doesn't need to do that. Our anti-missile layer doesn't need to do that because it just needs to bring it down to the level where point defenses are capable of finishing off the salvo, and then anything that leaks can just be taken care of by armor. So a handful of missiles hitting are not a threat. PD mode, PD mode, PD mode, and Iron Shield. PD
Sorry
mode.
about that. I kicked the shit out of the shower caddy.
Copy all the Iron Shields. Good. I can't remember if the Iron Shields are fired from inside the carriers, but we'll find out. Or we might not. The echidnas might be enough. But incoming missiles. Alright. point defense fires. Somebody is set to point defense in another system. Bang. Alright, do we have any... Alright, so point defense fire indicates that we've got... It looks like the Lightning Dragon is firing. Not sure why, but it is firing. Probably still stuck on point defense mode. The Lightning Dragon is firing. It looks like the... Yep, the Iron Shields are firing, and it looks like Iron Shields will fire point defense from inside their carriers, so we don't even have to undock them, which is kind of useful. They are doing it at much reduced accuracy, though. They should have the fire speed, the move speed, to get 100% accuracy based on speed. So it is very important that your point defense ships are not running at your low speed. So even though the Iron Shields are docked, they will fire point defense fire while docked, but they will do it using the fleet tracking speed. So if you want full effectiveness on your Iron Shields or fighter point defense, they do need to be undocked. So that is something to keep in mind. You have to undock them if you want your point defense fighters to be firing at full capacity. But we have... What's the accuracy on a triple Gauss? 103? 88. Okay, so we lose maybe 10. Do we have any missile hits, though? That would be a no. We have no missile hits from that. Excellent. Who's firing due to 0? Echidna. Why are you not firing due to 0 accuracy? I'm not sure what's doing that, but oh well. Let's make sure that nobody is trying to fire from outside the system. Brisbane. You guys. You're not on point defense. You're not on... No, these guys are, so... Set mode to none. Oh yeah, 600 is what we're after. So set mode to none. Good. These guys are the guys who are on point defense. So clear that. Clear that. Clear that. Okay, no defense. Good. We still have a couple of Will's class. Are you guys on point defense? No, you're not on point defense. You guys are offensive anyway. You're not on point defense. Good. You guys are not on point defense. Good. I really hope Steve makes sure that this doesn't happen in C#, because it's really annoying having to set all your point defense separate per system and disable it otherwise. I mean, it's just a couple of errors, so you know, if you ignore it, yeah, it's doing it still. There are 6 plus a no current record. No missile impacts. Good. Who is not firing properly? These guys are not on point defense. Fuck it. There's not enough salvos to make it worthwhile. Alright, we have firing summary, all energy, no missiles. Good. All shot down. So our anti-missile fire has succeeded in bringing salvo sizes down to a level where our point defense cannons are able to knock them out, which is exactly what they're supposed to do. So very pleased with the performance. And last salvo. We're right about on the edge of time, so we're I'll probably go through and sort out the point defense fire configuration else at the end of this episode. Oh, I just hit minimum. Okay. But our skinks are now getting really close. So we'll see how they deal, whether they still have any anti-missiles. I would expect their anti-missile missiles to start coming in pretty anytime soon. So we'll see how they go. But 40,000 kilometers is a hell of a lot of speed, especially if their anti-missiles are only 20,000. So they may not even be able to actually intercept these at all, considering they're half the speed. But we'll see how we do in the next episode. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.